It's 8:15, getting ready to go to Starbucks. I'm gonna try to get a huge chunk of work done in the morning. Don't have a call until like 12:30. So to lock in about 4 hours at Starbucks, where it's easier not to get distracted. It's a little bit colder, so you're not as uncomfortable in the heat. And yeah, that's the major thing right now. Amy told me about the news with Travis Kalanick, I can't pronounce his last name, resigning from Uber. And then she told me about his mom who passed away a couple weeks ago. And it's like, man, what a rough year. I don't know enough about the case to really say anything about to even have an opinion on how he could have handled all the allegations at Uber about the treatment of women. So I don't really want to speak on that, but I just want to say that, man, you just got to appreciate what you have when you have it, like to be running so high and then have a lot of professional setbacks, and also to have this huge devastating personal loss. I mean, it's really tough, and you just fucking appreciate the little things that you have in your life, and appreciate when things are running good, because they won't always be, right? Personal tragedy. Appreciating what you have means, I think it means like kissing your kids goodnight, kissing your wife, telling her you love her in the morning, calling your parents on the weekends, telling you you love them. Little things like that, right? That's what all it is. Petting your dog before you leave them in the morning, just showing appreciation. That's all you can do, and that's the most important thing. These long chunks of time are really the only way to get just serious, deep work done, and it's definitely a challenge to keep carving that time out and making sure that you protect it, but I think that's just super essential to work on things like a table of contents. I was working on another article, and just the first hour that I spent, like it took 30 minutes to get into it, and then the second 30 to 45 minutes was actually super productive. But unless you have that first half hour to kind of like slosh through it, then without that, you just won't get the same amount. So super important to protect the time. Of course, that doesn't mean that the small chunks of time aren't useful either. I mean, you got to make use of that as well. But the big chunks are the bread and butter. Deefer had just finished eating. He was sitting on our bed, and I could tell that he had to throw up, right? Like any good father of their dog would be able to tell. So he's sitting there. I see him go to throw up. I'm like, oh shit! Like I don't want to have to clean up our sheets again after he throws up on it. So I do what any good father would do. I stick out my hands and let him throw up all into my hands. It was a defining moment of fatherhood for me. Eating some sushi. Third time this week. Something like that. Pop up on some sushi as well.